Hello, dear Dr. Shamir Rajadurai. How are you?
I am very good, Maka. How are you?
Fine, thank you. I am so glad to have this opportunity to interview you because, just for the audience to know, you are one of the ICA directors of the board of directors.
Mm,
Also, a colleague, we have been working in so many topics for so many years, and also
yeah.
a doctor in criminology from the University of Malaysia. So, welcome, welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure working with you throughout the years, and it's been a real pleasure seeing how much you've done for the ICA, and I really look forward to continue working with you in years to come.
Oh, thank you, Shamir. Yes, we will do so. I have some questions that I am sure you can explain in detail because you communicate so much through social media. So my first question was, in your opinion, what is the
Mm.
relation of SEPTED and social media? Can we teach, for example, the audience how to apply SEPTED using social media?
Yes, of course, most definitely. In fact, how I first came about Septet was through, I wouldn't say social media, but the internet to say, right?
Mhm,
And I think from the time which I learned Septet and where it is today, social media has grown so much in that amount of time. And over the years that I've worked with the ICA, I've created a few videos along the way. Some have received a few thousand views, some maybe not so well, but nonetheless, I believe social media is one of those tools that sometimes we just have to keep doing stuff until we get it right. And some way, in some small way, even if it's one person, we've at least taught one person about septet in some way, right? Like when we look at it those days, you want to get information, maybe you have to Google something or you have to go and read it in the website. We have to go to the resources tab and click on it and then download whatever resources there is. But now with social media, we've got YouTube, we've got Instagram, we've got TikTok, we've got so many platforms, right? Different parts of the world have different platforms, right?
mhm,
And sometimes even a 1 minute or 30-second video of septet on TikTok maybe or Instagram might give somebody that idea, huh? I've never heard of this before. This is interesting, right? So I think social media and the thing about social media is that it appeals to a very broad view of people. We are not
mhm,
just looking at the younger generation, we also have the older generation, which is on the social media platforms as well, right? You have
mhm,
Facebook and all, and I think this is where social media plays a really big role in maybe the future of how we share or create content to educate
mhm.
people on septet. But also have to say, for example, what you are doing, septet voices, right? We had septet talks previously, now we have septet voices, and I think you're doing a great job, right? I've been on a show, I've been on a talk show before as well, and so many experts. You had so many experts on your platform, and you are using social media to share with people, uh, you know, on Subnet.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe I would like to ask you as well. Um, what is keeping you doing this and sharing on social media?
A good question, good question. Thank you for that. Um, I think that when we talk about crime prevention, it's very relevant how we train and teach communities, how they can take care of themselves, for example. Because in some cases, we have experts like you, doctor in criminology, I am doctor in urbanism with mention incepted, and
Mm,
so on. But when we talk about the a big mass of people from different parts of the world, we can't take care, we can say, of everyone. So it's
yeah.
very relevant to improve awareness so
Mm,
people can take care also of the community and of themselves and prevent crime. In that sense, Shamir, I wanted to ask you also, because I have seen some of your videos and lectures online that I enjoy very much. What is your experience teaching communities in crime prevention matters, CEPTED, and others strategies? Do you have good case studies to tell, for example?
Yep. So I think one of the things, and maybe for those who are tuning in, they're not so familiar with what videos you're speaking about. Um, we previously used to do a lot of videos on prevention, right? What kind of prevention needs to be done, and like I said, some videos do well, some not so well. But what I did was I tweaked that model a bit first. I actually showed people actually how do you become a victim. So most of the videos which we do now at least hit a few 100,000 views
Mhm.
on the main platforms are actually Instagram and TikTok. And I think the one that did the best, I think about two videos hit more than 1 million views. And
Mhm.
what we did was we actually showed them how criminals commit crime. How would they
Mhm.
break into your home? How would they commit crime in a certain neighborhood? We actually emulated it. And that's what people are like, oh my God, this is exactly how it's happening. Now I want to know what do I need to do to prevent from becoming a victim. So actually, if you look through the comments, you'll see a lot of people commenting, hey, okay, now I know this is scary. Tell me what do I need to do to keep safe, right?
Yeah.
So that has actually opened a lot of doors because that's when certain media agencies have called me up and say, hey, Shami, can you come and tell people what do we need to do to keep ourselves safe?
Mhm.
We had a whole more than once we've been interviewed on radio about septet, about different medias on septet because they want to know, people want to know, hey, what is this? You are actually showing people how people become victims. Now can you also explain how do we keep ourselves safe? And I think septet is one of the answers to it, right? And the good thing about septet is multidisciplinary, right? You see, I'm in criminology, you're in urban planning and all, architecture, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
architecture. Yeah.
architecture, right? And but you see, we are all in the same association and we all speak the same language when it comes to crime prevention, right?
Mhm.
And one of the things you mentioned earlier as well, we are different parts of the world. When we create social media, how do we hit these different parts of the
Mhm.
world? And the good thing now with the growth of social media and how it transforms to saving communities is that I can speak a certain language and you might not even understand me speaking English, but the AI or whatever the algorithm in it translates everything for you. So,
Yes.
you've got the auto translators. We don't even need to worry about translation anymore. Everything is
Mhm.
automatically translated. So that's the beauty of it, right? So I have to say that with social media, it has really elevated our way of reaching out and creating safety and also teaching people about septet. How do we
Mhm.
build safer communities? One of it is through septet, the other is through social media, because now we are able to reach a certain neighborhood which we might not have been able to reach. And you know how social media works, sharing, the algorithm picks it up. You're just scrolling and then suddenly it pops up. So, oh my God, this is septet. What's this about? Right?
Mhm.
So yeah, so I have to say social media plays a big role. And through sometimes to anyone out there, I would like to say, any of the members of the ICA, please create a 1 minute video, 30-second video. It's okay. Don't
Mhm.
worry about how good the quality of the video is, right? Because if you want to worry about how good the quality of the video is, it takes forever to be a content creator.
Yes, yes, yes. I
Yes.
agree with that.
Yes,
Totally agree
yeah.
with that.
It takes forever to edit a video.
Mhm.
So don't worry about it. Keep it simple, but
Mhm.
make sure the messaging is strong. We want to make sure that people understand why we are doing this, why we are trying to, keep community safe. There are
Mhm.
many of the ICA directors, in fact, who are experts. In fact, all ICA directors are experts in their field. But unfortunately, not everyone is on social media.
Mhm.
So we might not be able to get those expertise, right? So what the ICA has done as well is that we
Mhm.
have been giving out free webinars for everyone,
Yeah.
and we put it on social media. You can find those webinars on, our YouTube page. So
Yeah.
please, if you have never seen it, please go and see it. Right? We are using social media as much as we can. Of course, it can be better. But being an international association, of course, we have our limitations in
Mhm.
terms of resources, since we are non-profit. And and this is one of the things that we do. Wherever we can use social media, we are using it. So yeah, so um, and the beautiful thing is, if to the listeners out there, if you've not watched some of the work that Maka has done, she's done amazing stuff. So there are so many tips which Maka has shared, which can probably be applied in your part of the world. You might not have even thought about it yet, right? And suddenly, if you watch this video, you're like, hey, we are having the exact same problem, right?
Eh.
they're
Right.
totally different part of the world, right? And then you see your videos like, oh my God, we can
Yes.
adopt this, right? Yeah. So it's amazing on what we can do with
Mm.
social media and how we can actually save communities through SEPTED.
Yes, I agree with you, Shamir, because it's a way of communication that we are using for everything now, for
Yes.
family issues, for professional issues, for community issues. And in that sense, I wanted to ask you another question. You have been part of this amazing journey of ICA, nonprofit agency based in Canada, is founded in Canada more than 25 years ago, that grows and grows and expands. And how do you think is the connection of this expansion of ICA and the social media and the virtual world that ICA is now entering, or it's present?
Oh, amazing, right? So I think the good thing about what the ICA does is that the ICA is very embracing. We are
Mhm.
always like, oh, there's something new. Let's learn, let's research about it. We've never been, or I've never seen us or any of the members or directors have ever said, nope, let's just disregard it. No, members always sharing and everyone's always giving their point of view. And I think that's amazing, right? And with that, we even share videos among ourselves as well. Hey, there's this article that's out. Hey, there's a speech over here. We should watch it. And I think that's the beautiful thing about how the ICA has grown 25 years ago till now, is that I was reasonably young when I first approached the ICA. Right, I like to think I'm still one of the youngest board members,
That's
right? I am. So, but yeah, but if the board did not say, hey, Shami, yes,
mm,
come and have a chat with us. You're one part of the world. The ICA, nobody in the ICA, has reached Malaysia before. And then
mm,
I read about it. I said, oh my God, it's such an amazing thing. I became a member first. I went through the courses, and the courses were amazing. The ICA
mm,
directors were amazing, guiding me through everything. It's such an amazing community to be a part, right? And how it has grown is that now we've adopted social media. We had the conference during COVID, right?
mhm. Yes,
All
it's
from
a
different parts of
challenge.
the world. Yes.
Yes,
And that was
yes,
amazing as well, right? We utilize social media, or we utilize technology to
yes.
share what's going on, best practices. We sat down in Zoom sessions. It was such an amazing session. And we just had another ICA was this conference in the US, right?
Mhm.
And yes, for those of us who could not participate, we could always participate online. So
Yes.
again, this is how, if the ICA was a very closed off and very strict in how, as in very narrow minded in how it did these
Mhm.
things, we would not be able to do all this. We would have said no to social media, you know,
Mhm.
all sorts of things, right? We've even had, in fact, SEPTED and technology. We've had webinars on those, how we
Yes,
can
yes.
actually integrate technology with it, right? So, and with the emergence of AI and all, social media is going to be part of SEPTED even faster than we think, right?
Mhm.
Because we are going to see now, how do we use SEPTED technology and social media to solve crime, for example. One of the things we speak about in SEPTED is collective efficacy, community building, right?
Mhm.
We speak about how it's important for the community to come closer together, how it's important for the community to always participate in things together. And social media does that, right? You have neighborhood groups who are now all on a WhatsApp channel, or probably all in a YouTube group, say, hey, these are certain videos which are nice, let's create a video about how great our neighborhood is, all the sorts of things, right?
Mhm.
So the advancement of the ICA through social media as well, I think, I'm sure quite a few members have become members of the ICA because they've seen us on social media. I like to
Yes,
think we've
right.
done that at least.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Dr. Shamir, for your time, for your experience. Continue the good work. That's very
Thank you very much.
relevant. And
No,
see
I
you
just
online.
maybe before you end, I just like to say one thing. I think I should thank you for the good work you've been doing. With your with your online presence on YouTube, sharing different topics on SEPTED in different languages. And like I said again, doesn't matter what language, we've got translators now. So yeah, thank you very much for being very consistent with this. I know it's not easy. I've done a lot of video editing. I don't like it. So much work, right? But thank you very much and for inviting me to be part of this Septet Voices. I really appreciate it. Thank you very
Oh,
much,
thank
Maka.
you. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also be part of the ICA.
Yes, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Everyone, hit the subscribe button.
Thank you. Bye bye,
Thank you.
Tammy.
Bye bye.